Hey guys, this is Alex from Trademate Sports and Oddshero, and today I'll be taking you through week 2 of my sports betting journey with both of those softwares. Before I get started though, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell so you get a notification every week or every fortnight that I post a video of my sports betting journey. So as you guys can see in the title, I have made a profit since my last video, which was about a fortnight ago. So I was a bit slack last week, didn't manage to get a video out, but in the last fortnight I have made a profit, taking my total profit to $2,711. But to start you guys off this week, I'll show you how I went with match betting with Oddshero. So here are my match betting results from the past fortnight. Because it was a fortnight, I was able to get through 2 bonuses. So the Mobilebet bonus was 2,000 crowners matched, 88 Sport 1,000 crowners matched. And here are the amounts I had to turn that over for. I guess the coolest thing that you'll probably notice from all of this is that I was actually able to do it in a lot less bets than I did with Leo Vegas. So my hourly rate for Leo Vegas was about $161 an hour, whereas you'll see with these ones, or especially the Mobilebet one, I was able to increase my hourly rate quite significantly. Now I'll kind of try and show you guys how I was able to do this. So I'll use 888 Sport as an example, and basically this was kind of the strategy I was going for. So what I would do is when I go into set my bonus, I would set it so the minimum odds is actually quite high. So my overall strategy was to move the money over to my sport market account. So I get a 2,000 crown bonus with Mobilebet, and I want to try and move that 2,000 crown bonus over to profits in my sport market account. I'll give you reasons as to why I want to do that later, but how you do that is, it is a bit risky, but you basically have to set a high minimum odds. So for this case, let's just say the minimum odds was 3, and then maximum odds you can just keep that at 10. And so what that does is Oddshero is now only going to find bets in that odds range on the bonus bookmaker. So I guess the easiest way of putting it is that it's more likely that I'm going to lose money on the bonus bookmaker side and kind of transfer that over to my sport market account. Obviously there is a chance that I will win on the bonus bookmaker, but it's a 4.8 in 1 chance of that happening. And so basically I was able to do that as it only took me 3 bets. So I did 2. I can actually take you through my actual bets that I placed. So it was only 3 bets, and on each one I staked 2,000 crowns. And basically one of them voided, so it could have just been 2 bets. So one of them was a draw no bet, so that voided, and then the other ones I lost at 10 bet, or at Mobilebet, sorry. So that ended up giving me these profits in Sport Market. So you guys are probably wondering why I would want to be winning my money at Sport Market, which is my cover bookmaker. I can give you 4 reasons why. Firstly, it's because I can do it a lot quicker in that way. So the bonus bookmaker has a turnover requirement, whereas if I just put a few bets on and move that money over to Sport Market, then it doesn't really matter if I do the turnover requirement or not, because I've lost all my money on the bonus bookmaker account. Secondly, it's better to withdraw money from the sport market account. So if I was winning all the money over at my 888 Sport account or my Mobilebet account, then if I wanted to withdraw that money and put it back into my cover bonus bookmaker account, you don't really want to do that, because if you're withdrawing money from your bonus bookmaker account, or any bookmaker account in general, any soft bookmaker account, then it looks like you're a winning player, and it allows them to limit you or gub you a lot quicker. Thirdly, and it's along the same kind of lines, is that if you're losing all your money with a bonus bookmaker, they're probably going to think you're a terrible bettor, basically a punter. So in the future, if I want to use those accounts for value betting, or basically any betting in general, and I'm successful with them, then there's a chance that the lifetime of my accounts might be a bit longer, because they've seen that I've been a failure in the past. So that's another great thing. And fourthly, if you lose all your money with the bonus bookmaker, they actually offer you promotions to get back into and deposit more money back into your account. So just in the last week, I've had an incredible amount of offers from Mobilebet to deposit more money into my account, because they obviously see me as a way of making money. So an example of one of the offers they offered me was if I deposit 500 kronas into my account and put all of that 500 kronas on an accumulator, so 2-leg multi-accumulator kind of bet, they'll give me two 200 krona free bets. Now I know that's not the greatest promotion, because you do deposit, you have to put 500 kronas of your money onto a accumulator bet, which is kind of a rookie mistake that sports bettors do, as it kind of increases the chances of a bookmaker winning. It's just an example of something that you can get. So hopefully I'll get some better promotions in the future and I'll be able to take advantage of them. But that's enough of Oddshero. Here's how I went with Trademate Sports this last fortnight. So here's the dashboard in my Trademate account, guys. Don't be too confused by this major spike here. That's just my match betting profits, and also my profits that I have in my reserve in my bank account and Neteller account. So although it looks like a major spike, I'll explain more thoroughly very soon, but this is completely true. So these are my total profits from both Trademate Sports and Oddshero. So I'll talk you through how I've come up with this, how this spike has really happened. Basically, I took money away from this is my sport market account. So I actually lost money in my sport market account from match betting. So my profit, which was originally something around the $500 mark last week, that's reduced down to here. So this spike here has gone down, which has basically made this one even bigger. 888 Sport, I won a lot of money with them as I kind of moved my sport market money over to here. So I won a lot of bets with my 88 Sport account. So that is why that spike is so big. And also in this spike, I've accounted for my money that I have in my reserve bank right now. So with Neteller and also just in my bank account, I have around $220 that I have in reserve for any time that I run out of money on any account and I want to deposit more money. So that is all profits. So that's not an investment that I need to make anymore. That is something that I already have in profits, and I can just basically reinvest money that I've made back into my account. So from the last video, I've made about $485 profit. 220 of that is just me adding in my profits that I've made that are now in my reserve, and also the rest of it is money that I've made from match betting with Oddshero. In terms of how I went with just Trademate Sports, so taking away my match betting results in the last fortnight with Oddshero and just looking at how I went with Trademate Sports, I'll take you through, because I did make a slight loss. I went on a bit of a variance run here, so as my results are a bit all over the place. So at one point I hit a loss of about $315 US. Then I peaked at about $300 US in profits. Then I went back down to a loss of 460 in profits, and now I've gone back to an overall loss in the fortnight of $37 US. So I'll take you through why that is and variance, if you guys don't understand the concept of variance, very soon. Here are my overall stats though. 9.8k in turnover, which I think is pretty incredible. I'm really happy with that. That's a lot of turnover. Number of trades, basically 200 trades every week, which is very good. Average ROI, obviously losing. But overall, this is the most important thing to look at. My closing EV, $262 in closing EV. So in theory, shouldn't really even be looking at your profits and losses. This is the most important statistic to be looking at. As long as this green line keeps moving upwards, you have to be happy basically, because it means that your strategy is working and in the long term you will be profitable. I'm not going to obviously read through this whole article, but I think this is a very beneficial article for anyone out there who is using Trademate Sports or doing value betting in general to look at, and the concept of variance and to understand what it means. I guess the easiest way to explain it is with the example of a coin flip. So let's just say we do 10 coin flips. you're supposed to get 5 heads and 5 tails, but as we know, that is there's a very big possibility that that's not going to happen. So you could lose 4, you could lose all of them. There's a high possibility that you could get 10 heads and 0 tails. So, but I guess over time, the more you do this coin flip, let's just say you do it 1,000 times, you're going to get closer to 500 and 500. Do it 100,000 times, you're going to get very, very close to 50-50. So basically, as we say always with Trademate, this is another key statistic: number of trades, number of turnover. The more you can turn over, the more trades you can place, the more that variance is going to reduce. And as I said before, as long as this number is increasing, as long as my closing EV continues to go on an upward trajectory, I know that my strategy is right, and that over time, when I place more and more trades, variance is going to lessen and my chances of profiting are going to be a lot bigger. I'll take you back to my graph, and as you'll see now, I've hit 2,711 in profits, but my closing EV is at 1,354. So it looks like I'm significantly overperforming in terms of my profits versus my closing EV. But that couldn't really be more wrong, because $1,000 of these profits is from bookmaker bonuses. So when you turn over a bookmaker bonuses, or if you bet with a bookmaker bonus, that doesn't account into your closing EV. So if you want to get an actual logical progression of where I am, I need to take away all the money I've made from bonuses. So in this case, it's roughly about $1,000 US. So if I went my profits, which is $2,711, and minus that by $1,000, my profits would be at $1,711, which means I am overperforming my closing EV by $350-ish. So although I am overperforming, still, it's not by this gigantic amount that it looks like it is now. Here are my trades of the week. Probably the biggest ever edge I've ever got, or at least very close to it, a 35.72% edge here. Funny thing is, it did lose, but I got on at 3.8 in odds, and it dropped down to 2.71 on Pinnacle. So a massive edge there. This is my biggest losing edge, nothing too crazy there. Biggest loss, 800 crowners, which is basically just over $80 US, and basically the same with my biggest win, which was last night on the basketball. Big odds, 395. Thanks for watching, guys. Watch out for my video next week. I'm actually going to do a live stream of me trading with both Oddshero and Trademate Sports. So I think it'll be quite cool for you guys to see how it works, trading with both of the softwares. So that'll be some good insight for you guys there. And as always, make sure you guys subscribe to the Trademate Sports channel. Click the bell so you also get notifications when the live stream's about to start or when a video is coming out in general. But see you guys next week.